I tried beating Terraria as the Aura class, meaning I can only deal damage to bosses and mobs using aura releasing weapons. Will I be able to defeat the Fleshy Wall of the underworld or fall victim to its questionable mouth? Well, let's find out. Starting off, the very first thing I did was start chopping down trees. And I already want to quit because I can't finish a single playthrough. As soon as I had enough wood, I made myself a workbench and crafted the wooden aura. We tested it out on a slime, only to realize it's actually pretty overpowered. I picked up some copper because we could actually make a copper aura, and I actually want to make every single aura in the game. We moved to the left side of the world, opened up a chest, drank a night owl potion, and went straight to mining. I picked up more copper in order to get the copper aura and picked up some lead. This will come in handy when trying to make an anvil and crafting the lead aura. Just a quick side note, this mod is not fully finished and only goes to the wall of flesh, so that's why we're not going all the way to Moonlord this time. While in the cave, I picked up a life crystal and opened a chest that gave us a magic mirror, some recall potions, and some mining potions. I went deeper into the cave, found more life crystals, but I got overwhelmed by the slimes and ended up dying. As soon as I respawned, I crafted a furnace, an anvil, a copper aura, and a radar device, which is actually a more ranged version of the auras. Check this out, that's pretty neat. Anyways, I moved on to crafting the silver and lead aura, and while making my way further to the left side of the world, I managed to stumble upon a ice biome, which led me to a cave. Upon exploring that cave, I found some pretty good chests, but for some reason there was a harpy statue and a harpy spawn underground, which trapped me, and I ended up dying. Upon respawning, I made my way back down to the cave, picked up some life crystals, and after getting a decent amount of health, I made my way back to spawn and summoned in the Eye of Cthulhu. To be totally honest with you, I thought this was going to be absolutely easy. Oh, was I wrong, because this boss fight took so much time, I can't even explain. It took us a solid 5 minutes just to get through the Eye of Cthulhu. I really thought we were going to do much more damage, but I was totally wrong. We got pretty close to dying a couple of times, but we ended up taking the Eye of Cthulhu out, and using the drops from the Eye of Cthulhu, we were actually able to craft the Night Shroud, which is a demonite aura. After beating the Eye of Cthulhu, I wanted to build some NPC housing, but I needed more wood. I chopped down some trees so I can get more wood and went right back to building. I decided to build a house in the shape of Squidward's nose, just because I know you guys like that type of stuff, but that's besides the point. We finished up the housing, we got some NPCs to move in, I bought a piggy bank, and I went back down to mining. While in the sand biome, I actually ended up getting the sand aura, which didn't do too much damage. I'm pretty sure it's one of the starter auras, but it's still pretty neat, so we added that to our collection. Within the sand cave, I found more life crystals, a random teleportation potion, and a band of regeneration. We found another chest that actually contains some spelunker potions, but we don't really need those, so I just skipped them and went further down into the cave. After this, we stumbled upon a mushroom biome, and now this class actually has its very own set of armor, which you need over 200 glowing mushrooms per piece. I really wanted to craft this armor, but I didn't really have enough time to farm out all of these mushrooms, so we're just gonna have to go with something else. I made my way even further into the cave, picking up more life crystals, lead, and gold ore. As we were super close to the underworld, I actually stumbled upon a jungle biome, which actually gave us all the ore we ever really needed, and once maxing out my health, I decided to teleport back home. I reorganized my inventory, organized some of my chests, and decided to fight the Eye of Cthulhu once more. This time, the boss fight actually went by so much faster due to the better aura we have, and after that, I decided to build more NPC houses as our penis house was already full. I went over to the corruption and started breaking the demon orbs in order to summon in the Eater of Worlds. We broke enough to summon the boss in, and we absolutely shredded through this boss. As soon as he came into our aura, we took out all of his health, and the boss actually got destroyed so hard that it was honestly quite embarrassing. We beat it one more time, and after that, I decided to teleport right back home. Once again, we organized our inventory, and now that we had the nightmare pickaxe, I started digging the elevator. Upon making my way down, I stumbled upon some more chests and a glowing mushroom biome. I decided to make a mushroom farm because I really wanted to make this class's armor, but as I said earlier, we didn't have enough time, so I built it, but never really went through with it. We finished the elevator and made our way down to the underworld. After this, I made my way back home and built more NPC houses. We made our way over to the bottom houses of the underworld and started digging some hellstone. This was extremely tough without obsidian skin potions because the lava was dealing constant damage to us. So I got myself some obsidian skin potions and headed back down to the underworld. This time the process was far easier because we took absolutely no damage to the lava and we could spend all this time mining out hellstone. Once I had enough, I made my way back to spawn and crafted as many hellstone bars as I could. I made myself the Waves of Fire, which is the hellstone aura, and it's also the best aura currently in the game. We're gonna be using this to take out the wall of flesh, but But before that, we have a few more things to do. I went mining for lead because I needed to make more buckets to make the infinite water bucket using the Louis AFK mod. I had to get 30 water buckets, meaning that we're gonna need to get even more lead. I used the Spelunker potion and went right to mining. Once I got the infinite water bucket, I placed it onto lava and picked up as much obsidian as I could. We needed much more obsidian because I wanted to make more hellstone bars to make full hellstone armor. After this, as soon as I made my way back to the surface, the goblins decided to invade us. We took them out fairly easily using our close quarter auras, and after this, I waited for it to turn to nighttime, headed over to the dungeon, and decided to fight Skeletron because I completely forgot that we still haven't fought him. We took him out fairly quickly, and I started exploring the dungeon. Upon opening one of the chests, I actually got a specialized aura that was meant just for the dungeon, but we already had a better aura, so we didn't need to use that. I made my way down to the underworld and started building the platform for the wall of flesh. This was super tedious as mobs kept on attacking us non-stop, but we got through it, and I think I did a pretty decent job at building a platform. I went to go farm out guide voodoo demons, but we were completely out of luck. I stood there for a solid 20 minutes just trying to find a single guide voodoo doll until I gave up and made my way back to the dungeon in order to get more water candles. The only reason I wanted to do this is so I can make the battler buffs within the Louis AFK mod, which drastically increases mob spawn rates. After I got that item, I made my way down to the underworld and started farming guide voodoo demons once more. This time we actually managed to get lucky and we found 2 guide voodoo demons, so of course I took them both out, made my way over to the left side of the world, threw the guide voodoo doll into the lava, and started taking on the wall of flesh. I didn't know how this was going to go, but we actually ended up taking out all of the hungry fairly quickly, and now we were left just with the eyes. I honestly was not expecting to beat it whatsoever, but we ended up pushing through the boss fight, shredded through its health super quickly, and we ended up killing the wall of flesh on our first attempt. Well, if you enjoy this type of content, check out another video on screen. Be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, join our Discord in the description down below. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.